My grandparents told me to try a DNA test for fun, and I found out I don't share any DNA with my sister, but that can't be possible because we're twins. My twin sister, 18F, and I, 18F, are fraternal twins. Recently, we took a genetic test for fun because we wanted to see what we shared and the differences between us. Since we still share genes, fraternal twins are like siblings genetically. My grandparents had suggested the tests and got them for us, so our parents didn't know about it, but our results made no sense. My twins' results came up almost completely Eastern European and Western European, which makes sense, as most of my family are Croatian, German, or Austrian. So all of that would be accurate, but mine wasn't anything like that. It was almost completely Scandinavian, with some Russian and a couple of other places. Neither of these were on my twins' result. She had a very small percentage of Scandinavian, but that was it, and we had no matched DNA, which clearly seemed impossible. We are literally twins, we have to share DNA. My twin said they must have mixed my sample up with someone else's, so we ended up contacting the company, and my twin and I took a test again. It was the same result. Both my twin and I were really confused. We told our grandparents, and they just said that was interesting and nothing else. My twin said we should tell our parents and see if they had ever done a genetic test or if any of our siblings had, then we could see if somehow our results were still right. I mean, it kind of made sense I'd have Scandinavian ancestry because I'm much taller than my mother and quite a bit taller than my twin. I'm also much better at football and handball than she is, and I'm very blonde compared to the rest of my family, but I had thought it was the German ancestry. When we told our mother, she reacted almost the same way as our grandparents but seemed annoyed. She said the tests are inaccurate anyway and our grandparents shouldn't have told us to take one. When we asked our father, he basically said nothing. I'm confused. I know my twin thinks it's just a mistake, but I don't think so. We have to share DNA, about 50%, that's just how twins and siblings work. Even though we're fraternal, we should still share quite a bit of DNA, but other explanations don't make sense. My mother can't have cheated on my father, because my twin and I have still shared DNA, just less, because we would have different fathers. The results mean we can't share a parent or even be related. But I don't see why my parents would adopt me if I'm not their child, when I don't think they've ever been to Scandinavia, and why they'd adopt a baby that's almost exactly the same age as their baby. I'm panicking, because the person I'm closest with in the whole world, who I thought I even shared the womb with, might not even be related to me. My birthday might not even be real. None of this makes any sense, and no one is telling me the truth. I'm also scared my twin might tell her boyfriend about it, and then people might end up knowing that I'm some kind of fraud and my family isn't my family at all. Edit. I don't think they want to tell me anything, they're all acting weirdly now, and I heard my mother yelling at people on the phone. I don't know what's going on, but there's no way they want to tell me what's going on. Update 1. So, I'm adopted, which was probably quite obvious as soon as I got the results, but I guess I was in denial. My parents told me a couple of days ago. They didn't say much, but I learned a bit. I now know that my mother was Danish and my father's old girlfriend from when he was really young, which is seriously weird. I asked them a lot of questions, but I didn't get answers to all of them. I don't know who my father is, how my parents were able to adopt me and why, if she's even alive, nothing. But thankfully, I'm actually legally adopted by them, which is a relief since I was worried I might not be. And my birthday is actually my birthday, so they haven't been committing any weird fraud. It's very weird. My sister has been acting weirdly, and my family as well. But in some ways, it's a relief. My parents still feel like my parents, and my siblings like my siblings. I know that technically they're not, but I don't feel too upset about it. I'm just upset they lied and also won't tell me everything. I don't know if they genuinely don't know or don't want to talk about it, but at least I have an idea about everything now. I'm still not quite sure how I feel about it, but I'm glad I know about things now. Plus, now I have a country that's actually good at football to support, which is nice. Maybe someday I'll find out everything, maybe not. I could probably look her up and find her if I wanted to, but I'm not sure if I do or if she's still alive. Although everything is different, it doesn't feel so bad, but it does at the same time. It's very weird. But I have a family that loves me, so it could be much worse. I feel sad about my twin since we're not actually related, which feels really different, and she's acting different as well, but I still love her a lot, and my parents as well. I think it will take some time to know how I really feel. In some ways, I want to be mad at everyone and do stupid things, but that's only sometimes and overall I feel okay, so that's good. And eventually, I think I'll be content with how everything is. Commenter. I read the first 3 paragraphs and was like, oh boy, Grandma wants to seed some chaos before she leaves this world.